Okay, this is how I make sugar bricks for my bees for winter feeding. Take a 10-pound bag, regular Walmart sugar. Take one lid full of good brand apple cider vinegar. Put it in the measuring cup. Fill the rest of it up. This is 1 cup with water. I use bottled water because tap water doesn't do that well, or I wouldn't drink it, so I don't want my bees drinking it. So we'll pour that into the bucket. Whole bag. It's 10 pounds. Under this one-handed here, so I put 1 cup full. I don't know how I can measure that. Yeah, I dropped it and it stinks. Put 1 lid full. Rest of the 1 cup. Get the water open. Pour you some water in there. Fill it about halfway. I stir it around where the apple cider gets mixed in with it. Pour the rest of it. 1 cup. Pour this into your 10-pound of sugar. Next, you take your drill with a paint stirring stick on it. I prefer the Hitachi or Metabo. Drill of your preference. And you stir all this up. See how it looks different colors there. You stir it till it all is one consistency. It's like wet sand. I'll stir it and then I'll show you the end results of it. You get close to the end, you can see how it's damp. See how you can kind of mash it together. It's all damp. After stirring 2 or 3 minutes, you get to that consistency. You're done with your drill. Now to the next part. Next, I've got these shims that I make that are 3/4 inch thick. They're the size of my hive. Put down some parchment paper on my floor. You can do it on the tabletop, wherever you want to put it. And I've got Ultra B Plus pollen patties, just to give them a little extra. Keep them in the freezer, and I score them in the middle, then break them in half. And I'll take half of one. I'll be scoring these, so I'll have 1 and a line here. So a line here and line here, 2 lines. And there'll be 3 patties. So I'll cut in between those. And there'll be sugar all around them, so they'll get a mixture of both as they want it. Just for a little extra. Let's scoot that one over a little bit. Sugar. Pour out. You kind of get a feel of it as you do them. This is my Packer Downer stainless steel. Put gloves on. so my hands don't get so sticky. Just pat it down. Then add more as it gets packed in there, because you want this packed real tight. It's just like packing fresh dirt. You want it to be packed down at the bottom, and the same all the way around on the sides for a good tight brick. Add some more here, and I'll come back and show you how I score them. Okay, after I've pushed it in good and tight around all the corners, I take this, take a big spatula, works the same. I've used spatula, just something flat, piece of wood, don't really matter. And then this is the long length of your hive, so I cut mine this way. That way when I raise a lid up from this end, I can lay one this way, and it'll come from like right here to right here of the hive. And just take your knife, cut a line across it. Be one brick. Close. Pretty good guess. And if you don't have two of these, you can use a cookie sheet. If you have just one of these, you can just jar it a little bit. Once you packed it in, just jar it a little bit. Each corner. And you can lift it up. Then when it dries, it'll be hard as a brick. And you've got sugar, plus you got a pollen patty. That's how I do it. As you can see with this one, I didn't hardly have enough sugar to do 6. And you can also, and then it'll be fine, it'll dry and harden. You can also make them smaller. You can make them, cut them down the middle, put a fourth of a pollen patty, fourth, a fourth, and a fourth. And you could get more, but you just have to feed more often. I do it this way, so I feed about every 2 weeks. You just pop the lid up, slide this in, and you're done. And it's sitting directly on top of the frames, and the bees can eat it as they want. Versus sugar water, they will not come up and get sugar water this time of year in Kentucky. It's too cold. They won't go with that extra inch, 3/4 of an inch to get sugar water. But if this is laying directly on top of the frames, they will eat it.